Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Vine, and this is the PowerA Enhanced Controller. Okay, so the PowerA Enhanced Controller was the first controller that I bought and had outside of the Joy-Con, and it's because, well, it's half the price of the Pro controller. There are things missing if you want to compare the two of them, but when it comes to my wallet, this one made it happier. Now it comes in a variety of colors. You're seeing the picture right now. PowerA makes a ton of controllers. And this one right here is the Mario version, and one of the cool things that I like about the PowerA controllers, I think this is on the wireless, but don't quote me, it has micro buttons now, and you would just assign it with this middle button here. Now there isn't any turbo, but my fingers go fast enough I don't have to worry about that, but I do appreciate a turbo. Now the one big factor that PowerA is missing, in my opinion, is rumble. I really like the feeling of rumble. It makes it more immersive of an experience for me, but it's a fine line because some controllers go crazy with their vibration. Now if it's going like and I'm vibrating all the way down to my toes because I'm playing Smash Brothers, not good. But the HD vibration or even the Pro controller vibration, that's where you need to sit. Now my experience with this controller have all been relatively good. Again, missing the rumble, sometimes when I'm playing Animal Crossing and I'm trying to fish, that rumble is really important. Even if it's just a over-the-top one, I would take an over-the-top one over nothing, because again, in those situations where rumble is kind of a factor, you want it there. Now there is no amiibo reader, but you don't need one of those. You have Joy-Con for that. The D-pad actually I think is a little better than the Pro controller. Still in a rough position. I don't like it all the way over here. It makes my hand hurt when I have to reach. So if a D-pad is going to be on the controller, I rather have the analog sticks be down here. The buttons are kind of clicky, which around these parts is not good, but they're really responsive. They're good. The triggers are not a long analog, just a quick click and it's there, so you can feel it go. And the sticks are relatively well done too. Not too much of a grip around the lip, but they're smooth. They're a bit smaller than some of the other analog sticks I've seen. Now what makes this the enhanced version is because it's wireless and it's ran by AA batteries, which its power life is pretty long. The wired controller I think is just a regular and why it's not enhanced. And the overall feel of it, it sits in my hand pretty well. It's a bit big, but it's, I think, right around the Pro controller size, just a bit thicker, but still comfortable enough just kind of rest in your hand so you're not really overwhelmed by the controller. And because there is no rumble, it's a bit lighter, though that weight is taken up by the battery pack, so it still has some heft to it, which is actually a good thing. And all the other buttons are here: capture, home, and plus button and minus as well. Now the syncing is pretty easy. It actually just synced up while my game was going. I was hoping this would just display the credits, but I've been hitting buttons and you guys probably been seeing me play this. So you can see the syncing is actually really good. So that's a check mark for me. The distance is relatively good. It cut out after I walked about 25 feet away from it, so good distance. And the overall gameplay with it is just about what you would play with a Pro controller. You're going to do well on Smash Brothers, not your number one choice. Any sports game it's going to do well on. Any kind of 3D world platforming game it's going to do well. Side scrollers, you probably want to go with a more retro style control for a D-pad, but there are very few limitations when it comes to playing games for the PowerA enhanced controller. So the personal score that I'm giving this, the one that we're not really keeping track of, a percentage of 76%. Now the price for this really knocked it up because it's half the price of the Pro controller. Even though it's missing a few things, it does the job well or just as good as the Pro Controller. And some of the things that were missing, of course, knocked the grade down. But like I said, this was the first controller that I went out and got. It being 25 bucks for me used, you know, finding on the third market, it was pretty lucky for me and why I got it. But still, if I had to pay 30 to 35 bucks for this controller, I would have in the beginning, because I was trying to save my money until I got into reviewing controllers for you guys. This controller is solid. It's a great price, so if you're looking for something and trying to not break the bank and still want something that's replicating the Pro Controller, I recommend the PowerA Enhanced Wireless Controller for you in any design that you like. So thank you so much for watching today's video, everybody. I'm Dave, and this is Gamevine, and if you haven't already, please click like and then subscribe. I'm gonna leave a link down below for this PowerA controller. Check it out on Amazon and buy it for yourself, and tell me what you think about it when you get it down in the comments below. So until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play, and visit me next time. Bye, everybody.